Good evening. My name is Mama Ruth. Some of you have seen me, some of you have heard about me, and some of you I don't even know. But my story is one that I tell that I'm not the person now that I was 25 or 30 years ago. I lived with an alcoholic for 15 years, and catastrophic things happened to our family, and I was left alone raising 3 children. And that can be very challenging. And I had a good church family, and that was very, very helpful. But our faith always has to carry us through during those times. And God opened doors during that time. He opened an opportunity for me to go to the school that I wasn't sure I wanted to do because that sounded like a lot of work while I was raising 3 kids. But I went, and he gave me a degree in science where I could support myself and my family and feel safer about that. But there was a time that I worried about putting a house over their heads and keeping the lights on and feeding them food. And I can remember one time in particular, my older son played in band, and I had come home from school / work study and all the stuff that I did to take him to the band concert, and I realized we didn't have, and I knew before I came home, it's not that I just realized that there wasn't any food left in the house to feed these children. But, I said, oh, quickly, we gotta go, we'll eat when we get home. And I was really nervous about that. I thought, oh. So I'm taking them out to the car, and a station wagon drives in. And I'm like, who is at my house? And these people got out, and they asked my name, and I said, yes, I'm Ruth. And they opened the back of their trunk, and they took out 2 laundry baskets of food and said, here, these are for you. In those moments of stress, when we say, dear Lord, what am I going to do? Help me. Sometimes we don't realize that he really is there to help. And in that occasion, it was very real. It was, absolute real. A loaf of bread, a dozen of eggs to feed these children. I was so grateful. He always provides, even when we think he's not going to. I think that my journey through life has been one of learning to be faithful and learning to use what he has given me. And I try to continue to do that now. When I see a need, I try to step up. I cook for people because I love it, and he has given me that talent. When I see somebody struggling, I help them how I can. It doesn't have to be big things. Sometimes it's just listening. People need our time more than they need other things. Every person needs to feel like they're cared for. I needed it, and I'm sure any one of you at some time feel that need as well. So God continues to bless me. He sent me Jeff, who gladly, I'm not sure gladly sometimes, but was brave enough to take me on with 3 children. And then we've raised 2 more on top of that. And he continues to bless. And I've learned to listen to his nudgings, and I know when to call people when God talks to me. And I know that sounds strange, but he does things like that. We just have to listen, and I think that's the hardest thing, is sometimes stopping long enough to listen and going, oh, got it, okay. But that's kind of my story in a nutshell, and I'm just glad that he walks with me every day.